What is going on, guys? This is a video on the iPhone SE, not this one, the new one that just came out. It's coming out in a couple more days, so make sure you're subscribed for a video on that. This in my hands is the old iPhone SE from 2016, and this is what's getting replaced. Now, obviously it's a smaller phone, and that's what the iPhone SE 2020 is designed to be as well. It's, in a sentence, the iPhone 8 body with upgraded internal specs, which means, first of all, and most notably, you get the processor of the iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max. It's the A13 Bionic, which is a big deal because otherwise you have to spend a lot more money to get that same processor. Now, the iPhone SE 2020 starts at $600 Canadian, whereas the next best thing, the iPhone 11, starts at $1,000 Canadian, and then the Pro and Pro Max are like $1,300 and $1,500. This is all before tax. What that means also is that you have the same camera module on the iPhone 8 in the new SE 2020, which means that the images will be slightly better, but you get 4K video recording, which is a pretty big deal because of that processor bump on the inside. Now, as part of that, you also get the same front of the phone on the iPhone 8, which is a fingerprint scanner, which somebody actually pointed out quite astutely is probably a good idea because everyone's wearing face masks nowadays, and who knows how long that's going to go on for. So maybe a fingerprint scanner is not the worst thing in the world. You get slightly better battery life. I think that's just a function of that processor being improved inside of the phone, so that's a bonus. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you also get the NFC Charging available in the iPhone 8, as well as NFC payments also authenticated through your fingerprint. Now, one of the biggest things that the iPhone SE 2020 is bringing that's kind of an intangible is software support for the next 5 or 6 years. Now, in my hands is the old 2016 iPhone SE, and I just checked, I'm running OS 13.4.1. And this is a 4-year-old phone going on 5 years. So the iPhone SE 2020 is going to be supported for the next 4 or 5 years. Who is this phone for? Probably for someone like me who's a crazy person and is jonesing for the iOS experience, even though, by the way, I have a Pixel 3 XL. So if you are like me and you want an iPhone just to scratch an itch once in a while, swap your SIM out and get that familiar iOS experience throughout all the apps and all of that in a smaller form factor than perhaps something as beefy as this guy, maybe this phone is for you. Also, if you end up damaging your iPhone or breaking it and it's not worth it to repair it, maybe it makes more sense for you to jump into the new SE 2020 because it's got that latest processor. So if you were rocking an iPhone X10 or an iPhone XS or a XS Max even, and you don't mind switching down to the smaller form factor, maybe this phone makes sense for you because you are now jumping into a 2020 phone. Sure, it's not a flagship, but for the vast majority of people, this will be more than sufficient. So let me know what you guys are doing. Are you going to be jumping on the iPhone SE 2020, or are you going to be waiting for the iPhone 12? Leave it in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.